Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And this is KR
Compares.
Katie, I have a question for you. Do you know why I'm wearing this shirt?
No.
Because the thing we're looking at is the cure for when you're like sick. It's not ginger ale, it's ginger beer. We're looking at ginger beer, which is not the same as ginger ale. Obviously, when you're sick, ginger ale is awesome. It's still just a soda, but if it's properly, add some ginger to it.
But ginger in general has medicinal properties.
Now remember, with ginger beer, always drink responsibly because you can have too many of these. That being said, ginger beer is not actually alcoholic.
Yes.
So, why is it called ginger beer?
Because it's actually, it is brewed. There's a bit of fermentation.
Oh, you actually know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's the difference also between ginger ale and ginger beer, is that ginger beer is technically brewed. It's like sugar, a little bit of yeast, and then like ginger, water obviously, but there's like a natural kind of slight fermentation, but it doesn't,
it's not alcohol.
It doesn't produce like, like a beer would.
Right. As opposed to ginger ale, which
just
is an ale?
It's not. I don't know why they call it that. I didn't actually go into that deep dive.
I assume ginger beer actually would have come first, and then ginger ale would have been the second product.
It's possible. So ginger beer has been around since like the mid 1700s in England.
Oh, okay.
So
I could see that. Is ginger's not native to England then?
No, but I'm sure they got it from like India or any of their other, imperialism.
There you go. So we have 4 varieties of ginger beer. We have Topo, Chico, Bundaberg.
It's probably Bundaberg.
Yeah, that is fun to say. Reed's Extra. Now there's Reed's and Reed's Extra. So
and then I think they have like a 3 times one too.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gotta try those. Anyway, and then we have Fever Tree. That's an interesting name.
There's a story to that.
Oh, goody.
I like how you put them like descending.
I didn't mean to. That was an accident. Here. Just do like.
Oh no, I don't like that. I like order.
Okay, so what do we need to know about ginger beer before we dive into this?
It's delicious. It can be, you could partake of it on its own, or you can put it as a mixer. So some of these, I think the Topo Chico and the Fever Tree, not Fever Dream.
Fever Tree.
That's something else. They specifically advertise themselves as being mixers, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't.
Anything's a mixer if you mix it.
Yes.
Right.
Well, let for instance, Mountain Dew. Whenever you thought of like old school gamers, they always had the Mountain Dew.
It's true. Yeah.
But Mountain Dew was created originally to be a mixer for alcoholic drinks.
So it was meant to substitute sour mix, right?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, and that never really took off.
No, but now we have all, Code Red and whatever other ones.
Do you still have Code Red? Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't.
Code Red is pretty good.
We don't drink a lot of.
We don't drink soda. I don't remember the last time I had a Mountain Dew. Honestly.
Years.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. I mean, obviously, the most well-known drink that you'll have a ginger beer with would, of course, be a Moscow Mule.
Yes.
There's another kind of mule too that uses a different version. Something else.
What?
I can't remember. There's something else that's similar to a Moscow Mule that uses. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but that's just vodka, lime, ginger beer, and it's fantastic. It's a great drink. It's one of my 3 go-to drinks. We do occasionally make it here at home.
Yes.
So with all these ginger beers, we'll probably have a bit of that, off camera later on. But we're just trying the ginger beer now for the sake of it. And honestly, adding vodka and lime to it, I don't think changes the flavor all that much. Because since this is the core flavor of a Moscow Mule.
And it's complimentary. So we'll get into some of the flavorings and how they could be slightly different. But
what do we get?
What's later.
Yes. What order are we taking this in?
I think.
Order it by height.
No, I think we should
take the mixers together.
We should take the mixers together.
Okay.
And we should take the ones that just basically say they're sodas.
And which one do you want first?
Maybe the mixers?
There it is. Starting with our mixers. Topo Chico and Fever Tree, of which I've never had either of these.
Yeah, me neither.
That's true.
Or me neither.
Me either. We'll be right back. So we have Topo Chico and Fever Tree.
Yes.
what do we know about these? First off,
why
fever
is
tree.
it so tiny?
What is this?
How many
Even if
ounces
it's a mixer,
is
this is barely enough. This is 5.07 ounces. How big is that one?
7.1 fluid ounces.
This is ridiculous.
It is so cute and tiny.
It's cute,
It makes you feel like a giant.
I guess.
But I also may think that I'm being gypped.
Honestly.
I don't know.
Okay, so what do we know about these?
So, Fever Tree is actually British. It is...
Oh, so they say like, Fever Tree? Is that how I say it?
No, so it's named after... So, the brand itself initially was doing like mixers for... what do you call it?
Alcohol.
No, so quinine...
Oh, yeah.
is used for mixing. So
quinine is also a treatment for
malaria.
Oh,
so
shoot.
Yes. So you see where I'm going with this.
I do.
So
okay.
It's actually named after the quinine that's extracted from a South American tree bark. It's called cinchona. We'll put the name down because I have a tendency of just butchering.
I mean, that's fair. It's probably got too many.
But anyway, it's also known as, the fever tree because you use
that to treat.
Exactly.
Interesting. Well, isn't that clever? How long has this been around for, you said?
It has been around since 2004.
Interesting. Okay.
So
I do like the name Fever Tree. Okay.
You can get this in like Target, Walmart, Amazon. Obviously, we got this at
Kroger.
Ralph's, which is a Kroger. The other interesting thing about Fever Tree is that it uses 3 different types of ginger. So 3 gingers from like Nigeria, Cochin, and the Ivory Coast. So one of them is a green ginger, which is supposed to have more of a lemongrass kind of a brightness to it.
That sounds nice.
And that is all like really fun. It was kind of hard to navigate their website because it was like slightly different depending on like what country you were trying to like.
Should we put this in glasses or should we have messes?
I'm gonna put them in glasses so that maybe the color is different.
Now tell us about
Topo Chico, so literally means little molehill. So it's named after this like Cerro del Topo Chico, which is literally like there's like a waterfall or something, and there's like a natural spring.
Okay.
So it's like naturally carbonated kind of water, but then it has added carbonation afterwards because during the purification process it gets rid of some of its carbonations and then they put carbonation back. But supposedly there is some kind of a myth of like the Aztecs using the water from that place to like help cure, like for healing properties, for extending life, health, longevity, all that good stuff. I just think that's a cute name.
So when you think of the Aztec Empire, here's a fun fact I've learned recently, and I think it was the Aztecs. When was the start, or really the start of the Aztec Empire? What year?
I don't know. I just know that isn't Cambridge or Oxford older than it?
Yes. Wait, when was Cambridge? Oh, Cambridge is actually quite old though. Oxford's really old.
Maybe it was Oxford, that's long.
One of those. Anyway, point is, when do you think, century, what year did they establish the Aztec Empire? And then how long did it last?
I actually don't know that off the top of my head.
I didn't expect you would. 1471.
Wow.
So it's actually surprising, and that's when they built those pyramids. The Aztec,
Oh.
so they're actually not as old as people thought when like the settlers first, and the entire empire lasted 92 years.
Wow.
That's it. We think about like, oh, they're ancient, these pyramids. Yeah. Nope.
They did a lot of stuff in less than a century.
Like humans traveling like, from Asia up through like Europe from Africa up through Europe and Asia, going across the land bridge from like in the north and then all the way down there. By the time they probably reached there and finally established their empire, it's like, when we were developed like gunpowder.
Wow.
Crazy, right? Anyway.
History school.
It is.
So, Topo Chico, I think it's from like the late 1800s or early 1900s.
Okay.
So it is produced in like Monterrey, Mexico, but I now think it's like super popular in like Texas and then in Mexico, and then I believe it's been acquired by Coca-Cola.
No surprise there.
Yeah.
Okay. Topo Chico also does like alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they have alcohol stuff. I know they do a seltzer, which we'll have to visit at some point during our seltzer shenanigans.
Do they have beer too?
Yes, what I mean. I think so. Something like that. That or tequila or something. All right. Is that all we need to know about this?
I think so. I think that's pretty short and sweet.
All right. This is not a twist top.
So I'm just trying to see if so this one has sugar, ginger root. Some of them, I think down the line, or the ones that are the actual like sodas or market themselves as sodas, have like sugar cane, but this one just says sugar.
This one I think is actually cane sugar.
Wow, that went flying.
That went flat one way off. This one is actually cane sugar.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yes.
There's like a cloudiness to this Topo Chico that I actually really like.
Oh, did you put the whole thing in?
And no.
I put the whole thing in. It's still less. Wait, no.
No, yeah, because that's about the same. But like this has a really interesting cloudiness to it, although this one seems to have more carbonation, or at least large bubbles.
Yes.
So, with the Fever Tree, ooh, that's a good smell.
Ooh. It's very gingery.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. This one doesn't have a strong ginger smell, but it has more of a lemon smell to it. I think.
Agreed.
Okay.
Does it have lemon in it?
I don't know.
Cane sugar, citric acid. I don't think so. Minerals for taste.
Who knows? This is the one that comes from like the carbonated spring and all that, right? Interesting. Yeah. Okay, well let's dive into it before they get too flat.
Okay. Because that would happen in a second.
Well, I'm just saying, the longer we take to chat about this, the more the comments are going to be like, you guys took too long.
The bubbles went straight up my nose.
That's good.
For how much it smells, like it's super gingery to smell, but it doesn't taste overly gingery.
Now, if you've only ever had a ginger ale, this is going to be super gingery to you. But as far as ginger beers go, I think this is perfectly adequate. It's kind of refreshing. It's quite sugary, I would say. Oh, it does tickle your nose. I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Yeah.
Not yet.
One more.
I taste sugar more than anything else, I think. And it doesn't feel as like carbonated as I would think.
For the amount of carbonation that we can see going on in the glass, it doesn't have that kind of carbonation feel on, like, in your mouth while you're drinking.
It's true.
Except for, like, tickling your nose a little bit. But...
Yes. Now.
Oh, wait. But this, I do think it definitely gives off more of a mixer vibe.
Yes.
It does.
I agree. It's a subtler flavor, so if you are going to mix it, you don't want the ginger flavor necessarily overpowering, unless very specifically you're making a Moscow Mule. If you're trying to make it with other things, if you have tequila or something else in it, you want to be able to taste that probably a little bit. Mm. Now that is carbonated.
Oh my. Excuse me.
Carbonated, very strong ginger flavor. That ginger flavor like sits in your tongue. It's not like a huge wave of ginger flavor, but it lingers pretty long. And that's a good. I still taste it. That is a.
I wasn't anticipating.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm dying.
Mm.
You know what? It's subtle because it is cloudy, so you probably can't see as much of the stuff going on.
That is very good.
I like it.
That is very good. We're not going to rank any of this until.
I'm gonna cough again, but.
Yeah. It's a strong ginger flavor. And that's the thing, like with ginger beer, yeah. And so as mixers go, even though it's considered a mixer, you get a lemon flavor too?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little hint of lemon.
Which I think is great because it does
add some complexity.
Yeah.
It's good. Now, as far as mixers go, they're both considered mixers. They couldn't be much more different in my mind. This is a lot subtler. This one is like, no, you're making a Moscow Mule. You want some strong ginger flavor. This is going to be a tough contender.
I think that would make an excellent mule.
Oh, 100%.
Plus, it's in glass.
I do like it in glass. I mean, that's the thing and putting it in glass is absolutely going to affect the taste. They're always better from a glass, always, until you can get it on tap, I suppose.
Yeah.
But having it in plastic, because even this aluminum, so fun fact for those that don't know, aluminum has to be coated on the inside so it doesn't actually bleed that aluminum flavor into it. So that's why if you've ever tasted something that doesn't have an interior coating on your aluminum cans, you can actually tell, and it tastes like aluminum. But glass is just the best. Environmentally friendly for the most part. It is fantastic. Now, we're going to be moving on. Right now. We have Reeds. And we have Bundaberg.
It's Bundaberg because it's Australian.
Oh, it is Australian. That's no fun. Tell me about Reeds.
Okay, Reeds has been around since the late 80s. It's probably like 87 or 89, something like that. It was founded by Christopher J. Reed.
Okay.
Not Christopher Reeve, who was Superman. Christopher J. Reed, whose, namesake it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally based in Los Angeles, but then in 2018 they moved their headquarters to somewhere in Connecticut. Norwalk.
Oh, California. Stop chasing businesses out of your state.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I just...
That makes complete sense. 2018, 100%.
Yeah. So they supposedly use a Jamaican kind of tradition in how they craft their ginger beer. So it has ginger root, sparkling water, pineapple juice, lemon juice, lime juice, honey, cane sugar, and various spices.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense because when we're thinking of Topo Chico, with having a little bit of that kind of like citrus with the ginger, it plays well.
It does. It actually really does. Okay. And I like the look of it. I mean, it's just kind of a happy little
Right.
can.
And it even tells you it's like drink straight or mix. So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
So they source their ginger from the Peruvian Amazon. So
I know a guy from Peru.
Yeah.
Not from the Amazon, though.
No.
I don't think so. I'll have to ask him.
And they supposedly sustainably source it. Other than that, we already said that this is the extra version, which just means that they double down on the ginger flavor of it. And then there's also one called like Reed's Strongest,
Which I haven't seen. We have to find.
times.
Oh, that's going to be good.
So that is kind of the quick rundown on that. And then we've
got Bundaberg.
See, I know it's much more fun to say Bundaberg.
Bundaberg!
So they have been around since the 60s.
Okay.
They are from
Australia.
Bundaberg.
Oh, they're
which
from a
is
place called Bundaberg?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
So Bundaberg, which is in Queensland, which is, I believe, on the eastern coast.
JD, where is
Australia?
Queensburg? Queensland. Land of Queens.
Queensburg.
Queensburg. I don't know.
So they're over 50 years old. They are family owned. They started exporting globally in 1987.
You say it's from the 60s?
Yeah,
That
so
makes them well over 50 years old.
I know.
The 60s are further away than we think they
I said at least. I said over 50.
Not wrong. They're over 3 years old.
No, so they were originally known as the Electra Brewery or whatever, and then they changed their name to Bundaberg, which is actually where they're from. They didn't have a first TV ad until like 2000.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You can, I think in 2012 they started actually being sold in Costco's. Not all of them, I guess, but occasionally you may be able to
Is that
see
where
them.
we got this one?
No, we got that from Ralph's.
Okay.
And then this cute little squat bottle, that has been their kind of go-to for all of their products since 2014.
I like it. I mean, it shows the casks on this, which is kind of nice. I mean, like the labeling being kind of nice. But also, I mean, I like the glass. The glass is quite heavy. Also, this is 12 fluid ounces, 12.7 fluid ounces. This is probably the biggest one of all of these by a mile. But the color, I like the color works nice. The brown bottle's nice. And also this tab, which we'll get into in a minute, is actually really neat.
Plus, I like that Topo Chico, Bundaberg, and then I believe Reed's also has cane sugar, right?
They all use cane sugar.
I think that soda just tastes way better with cane sugar.
It's far superior. It's the reason why we have like the Mexican Cokes thing, right? The glass Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're just better. Yeah. Okay. Anything else before we...
No,
Okay.
I think that's a lot of it.
All right. We've definitely had Reed's and we've definitely had Bundaberg, but we've never had them side by side. Yes. Now this has this interesting pull tab here where you then pull off kind of like this, and it brings all the. Now the bottom of this
That's
is
kind
still.
of a satisfying pop sound. Though.
It is. The bottom of this is still plastic, but that whole like pulling off is kind of neat. Okay. Do you want to do the reeds?
Sure.
So these look super similar, and notably,
this one, the Bundaberg has
kind of yellow.
Yeah.
Could be the citrus they add into it, right? But then we've also got this compared to, say, the Topo Chico,
which is a little paler.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Reeds it is.
I was gonna say it's probably like that because of the ginger.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start with the reeds. This one, right off the bat, smells citrus first.
Yes, 100%. Yep. It smells more like a ginger ale than a ginger beer, right? It's like it smells sweet, it smells citrusy,
yeah.
Right? Huh. Oh, but that ginger flavor is really strong though. But not as much carbonation as we had in the past. Not with like Topo Chico, I mean.
Well, for the fact that like when you opened it, it did seem very like it was going to be very carbonated, but
right.
It doesn't attack your nose and your mouth like the Topo Chico did.
Right. No.
But I agree that there's a nice warmth and like bite.
Yeah,
to the
warmth
ginger.
is actually a good word for what that is. Yeah.
I like it.
Now, what do you think? From Bundaberg. Bundaberg. It's Bundaberg, mate. I don't know. It's got a picture of a kangaroo on it.
I don't know. It just smells
Vaguely gingery.
Yeah, vaguely gingery, a little sweet.
Okay.
Nothing to, initially write home about.
Oh, that's actually milder.
It is.
It's smoother. Is it sugarier?
No.
It's a much smoother mouthfeel.
It is out of all of the four that we've tried.
It's the smoothest, I think.
It's the smoothest. It's pleasant to drink. It's not overly sharp.
No, like the ginger's fine. I guess it's fine. It's a.
There's almost like a caramelly kind of quality to the sugar aspect.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Which I like. Let me have one more sip.
And?
I like it.
Okay.
I think I like the warming sensation that's in reeds more.
Okay. Well, we're going to rank these all in just a moment. All right. So, I think in this case there has to be a winner. There has to be for like, what do you look for when you're having a ginger beer? Actually, it's a better question.
For me, I really want to pronounce ginger flavor.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, I want that...
No, you're supposed to pronounce ginger flavor.
Ginger flavor. I want something that has like a bite to it, and I also want that warmth in the back of my throat.
Yes.
Because I like ginger flavored like a lot of things, but especially if you're gonna have that, and then if you want to put that into a Moscow Mule, I think having both the brightness and then the warmth plays very well when you are gonna be mixing in like an alcohol and then some like lime. So it adds to the complexity of flavor.
Carbonation important?
I mean, to a certain extent. I don't think you need it to be super carbonated because, as you saw with like the Topo Chico, like it just like attacked me.
It's true.
I felt attacked. I'm the victim here. No.
Do you have a ranking in your mind for fourth place?
Yeah.
All right. At fourth place, we have...
Fever Tree.
In third place?
Maybe Topo Chico?
Interesting.
Let me see.
So this is Katie's rankings. Fourth? Third?
No, I think it's I think it's third.
Third? And I think we've established that you like the second first?
Yes.
Interesting.
Do you like the Bundaberg better?
Follow me here. You ready?
You're gonna say Topo Chico first?
Would you chill for a second? We're gonna rank some stuff differently. First off, I'm actually putting Bundaberg fourth.
Why?
And then Fever Dream is going third. And then Reed's is actually second. This is my order.
Okay, explain your rationale.
Like, so this one's fine. Like, actually, or did I do these backwards? Hang on. It might be this way. It's kind of close for me.
Okay.
It might be this way. But actually, I like the attack on the Topo Chico. The Reed's is very, very good, and I like the ginger. And maybe if there was like if we have the triple ginger, it would compete for me with the Topo Chico.
I could see that.
But I like this attack. I like the carbonation. I like just the punch on this one. Oh yeah, that's good. Like I have to sneeze. Like,
see, I don't want to sneeze
like
if
that.
I just like am trying to drink.
Well, that's the thing. If I wanted something more subtle like the Bundaberg, I would just get a ginger ale. I guess I wouldn't. I would still get the Bundaberg.
Yeah.
But point is, like, it's more of a soda to me than it is like. It doesn't stand out like much from a ginger ale in that way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I bet you would feel good though, if like you were sick and you were like,
No, it's still great.
You know.
If I'm sick though, I'm still going with this. Like this is not my number one choice. I'm surprised because having never had this or this, and that's not to say that the Fever Tree is bad. Actually,
No,
it's still quite good.
It has a nice flavor to it. I think for a mixer, it could have benefited from just a little bit more carbonation.
Yes.
Just a tiny bit. And yeah, that was
so this is
it.
one.
It just seemed too flat.
So your favorite was the Reeds,
Mm-hmm.
and then Bundaberg.
Yes, just because if you're having them and you are
But we still like both, like these the last.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like my whole thing is, let's say you're not using it as a mixer. You're not doing what I would enjoy either of those. Like I think
That's
both
fair.
of them are quite refreshing.
Yes. No, that's true. If you're looking for something refreshing, I don't think the Topo Chico is necessarily refreshing, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't if you're like, oh, I'm thirsty to let's hang out by the pool, have a Topo Chico. No, this is something you have to want. But if you're looking for something to kind of like sip more casually, like we've seen with some of our previous beer episodes, yeah, I can see that. These are going to be a little more refreshing, I guess. Yeah. Now this, even if you want something refreshing, this little... What is this? What is this? This is too small to be effective. But if you're looking to mix it with something other than vodka, this might actually be good. Because you've got... And that's one drink, though.
I have to sneeze.
Go ahead. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
All right. Get another one in you?
I don't think so.
You sure?
No, don't do it. Okay, now we're going to talk about price real quick.
Okay,
so for the Bundaberg, which is
a pack of 4.
A pack of 4, it is $6.49.
I'll try to check out the total ounces in the whole package, and I'll put that underneath as well.
Math.
Yes, I have to do some math.
Okay, for our Reeds, it was $4.99 for...
I have no idea.
I think it's a pack of 4, actually.
I think you're right.
Because Trader Joe's... So, we got the 3 of these at Ralph's, and then the Reeds was at Trader Joe's.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Now, there's a whole bunch of these in there.
There are, like, 6?
6 or 8 or something like that. But the difference is, though, like, this will make 2 drinks. This, obviously, can only make 1 drink, I would say.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, Fever Tree was $6.99.
Okay.
And then Topo Chico was $5.99.
Okay. I'm good with those numbers. Because you said that.
Yes.
So. You have green eyes. Kind of pretty.
Thank you.
Okay, I mean that's all I've got for this. I like this one. This was more enjoyable for me than the root beer episode even.
Really?
Ginger ale, it's lighter. It's
I was gonna say
sugar.
there was a lot of heavy fake sugars in the root beer episode.
I mean, look at this. We've drank most of these already. As is, I mean, I've drank most of these already, but whatever.
It's a lot of sugar. Then you're just gonna.
They're just so really good. I mean, they're all really good. Oh,
I was
fantastic.
pleasantly surprised. Again, this is another time where there wasn't anything that was, you know, super terrible that we'd be like, don't waste your money, don't do what we're doing. These are all enjoyable.
Yes, exactly.
Plus, if you have tried any of these or what have you used ginger beer in, they, you know, is there, like, I bet these would
Give us some mixers. Give us some ingredients. Tell me some drinks to mix with this. Obviously,
like
the
drinks
Moscow
or
Mule.
even like a recipe. Like I bet like some of these you could potentially do like a glaze for something or just different things. But other than that, yeah, comment down below if there is something you would like us to try.
We need ideas. Tell us what you want to see. So we've got a couple new segments coming. Well, at least not a new segment, but like
a different approach.
A different approach to some stuff, right? Some, you know, and we won't spoil it just now. We're going to do that as we go into our second year, as we're approaching our second year now with Care Compares already.
That's crazy.
I know, right? We're nearing episode 40 or so. So our plan right now is to do 50 episodes per year. So we'll take 2 weeks off every year. But then we're going to start introducing some, you know, new approaches to these kinds of things. So let us know down below what you actually want to see, stuff you want us to compare. Food, drinks, non-food, non-drinks, books, movies, I don't know, cigarettes. Don't smoke. We don't do that. We do not do that. Stop it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But please let us know. Call, email, text, whatever. Find us on Instagram. That's right. We have an Instagram, Katie.
Yes, we do.
Segue.
You can find us at KR Compares on Instagram. You can also find Rob on Instagram at RJP underscore films. Always screw that up.
All right, well, we both do that.
And rjpfilms.com/KR Compares.
And if you like my face, you can find me at twitch.tv/The Original Nyando and on TikTok with those same clips from Twitch at The Original Nyando. Like, subscribe. Please tell us that you think we're fantastic and to keep doing this. It is a bit of work. It gets a little expensive, some episodes. But and then we still have the seltzer off to finish, so we have a lot more in the works. But
perhaps we should do Topo Chico next.
We could actually do Topo Chico next. That would be a fun one. For a seltzer shenanigan it is.
Shenanigans is such a fun word.
It is a really fun word. Thank you all for watching. As always, I am Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And we'll see you next time.
Take care.